Welcome to Call My Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Schomer, and today we're making the Sex on the Beach cocktail. Now, this recipe is going out way out of order. I'm doing this like on demand. I needed to redo the Sex on the Beach cocktail, and the reason was the one we have is ancient, it's grainy, it's ugly, it's got like 16,000 views, and it's not where this recipe needs to be. I'm doing an event this weekend, and the Sex on the Beach is one of the cocktails I'm highlighting, and I have QR codes so that they can use your mobile phone, take a picture, and it'll bring you to the video. I didn't want to bring anybody to that video because it's just ancient, so we're doing it over again. This recipe is the recipe that I found on the IBA's website. That's the International Bartending Association, and this is kind of like if there's a way to take recipes, classy or not, and design them in some one standardized way. This is that standardized way, and it's really easy. It's 1.5 ounces of vodka, a 1/2 ounce of peach schnapps, 1.5 ounces of cranberry juice, and 1.5 ounces of orange juice. Done. We're gonna put it into a highball glass, then we're gonna try it. Here we go. Got ice. We drop some ice in there. Just a little bit for now. We'll top it off if we have to. Let's put the vodka in first. That's 1.5 ounces. This is really going to be a vodka-based recipe with some juices. And I love this bottle. I like people who use those cool stoppers like the 5 Lakes folks. It's a kind of a twist on a screwdriver because you got your vodka and you got your orange juice, but you're adding a little bit of peach schnapps, and what that's going to do, it's going to sweeten it up a little bit. And while orange juice could be a little bit sweet, cranberry juice isn't really a sweet, it's more tart. So you're building in a little sweet additive, which is going to, be good, especially for people who aren't too intent on drinking a full course meal of alcohol, if you will, one that's just way intense and has a lot of ethanol taste. This is going to be masked by the fact that it doesn't have a lot of ethanol taste. It's got a lot of juices. Not exactly a massive cocktail from an alcohol perspective, but sometimes people just want a refreshing drink. So you could probably, if you wanted to, give it a layer. If you wanted to get crazy with it, you will be challenged to get the cranberry juice to stay on the bottom, but you can probably get a little bit of gradient. The first person who can layer 2 juices together, call me. Maybe. Done. Glass Dharma glass, highball glass, all of course are at awesomedrinks.com. And since this video is really being produced for an event in which we're going to be highlighting a lot of those things, you've got your cocktail decanters here, OXO glasses. This is all merched. Oh, we're going to garnish it. This you cannot get at the store. Boom. But you can get that anywhere you can get fruit. Yeah! So, done. Not necessarily the most sexy looking drink. It always has like a peach tone to it. You may, if you want to, and this might not be IBA standard, but maybe layer a little bit of grenadine on the bottom, and that will give it a little bit more of a tropical, like, sexy appeal to it. It's sort of like adding on those extra earrings when you had a necklace. You want to be able to really amp it up a little bit, but it may impact the taste if you're using a straw, since it's going to suck from the bottom. So pull up as you go. This is one of those drinks that is very hard to mess up. If you order these at a bar, you will almost always get something that has this taste to it. It's orange juice in your cranberry, light on cranberry, nice citrus blast, and that peach schnapps still cuts through. Only 1/2 ounce, but you're getting that peach schnapps sweetness and maybe an ever so slight hint of vodka. But overall, you're looking at a product that's probably like 15% alcohol by volume, and then you're 40. So considering the volume of this is a drink that you can safely go to a bar typically, since they're not going to usually overpour, since it's not cost effective to do that and it makes the drink worse. This is one that you can go and usually safely order the Sex on the Beach a few times, get a couple cocktails. You're going to have juices, probably fill you up before it ever gets you in a state where you become too inebriated. Oh, what a good word. Good word! That's it. Done. Depending on how well you stir it, you may get some alcohol on the bottom. Good for those that like that extra kick. If you want to be able to amp this up to make it harder, more alcohol, don't. Just make a different drink. Or add a little bit of peach schnapps. I guess you could double the vodka if you want to, but why destroy what is a classic? Regardless of the fact that the name is a little bit, I don't know, they could do a little bit on naming of some of these cocktails, but it is a drink known by name, and that's it. This is the Sex on the Beach question of the day. When you search the internet for cocktails, how many times do you end up hitting on porn instead? It happened to me. I went and I typed Sex on the Beach. Boy, am I dumb. Bad move. It wasn't really that much porn, but there was things on YouTube I didn't know that existed. Needless to say. Done. EverydayDrinkers.com. Check out AwesomeDrinks.com for the merchandise. I thank anybody who came over by putting in their QR code and firing up and getting this recipe. That means you have the card, you were at the event, you enjoy the drink enough to take one. We're teaching you how to drink.
Keep